In the early 1990s, in a small, humble home in Rodriguez, Rizal, a little girl named Josephine, Yeng Constantino grew up surrounded by love and music. Her family didn't have much in terms of wealth, but their house was always alive with laughter, faith, and hope. Yeng's mother would often sing while doing chores, and Yeng would join in, her soft voice echoing through the small space. Even at a young age, she showed an unusual passion for performing. Whether it was at school events, church gatherings, or family celebrations, she loved to stand in front of people and sing her heart out. Her parents quickly noticed her natural talent and encouraged her to follow her dreams, even when life was difficult. Every night, after finishing her schoolwork, Yeng would sit quietly with her small notebook, scribbling down lyrics and humming melodies she created in her imagination. Those little songs became her comfort, her way of dreaming beyond the walls of their modest home. She didn't have instruments or recording tools, but she had passion and faith. Music became her escape and her inspiration. Though she was just a young girl, Yeng already felt that music was more than just a hobby, it was her purpose. In her heart, she knew that one day, her songs would reach others and make them feel what she felt when she sang. As she once said, "Even when we didn't have much, music made me feel rich." As Yeng Constantino grew older, her love for music only deepened, but so did the challenges she faced. In her teenage years, she began joining every singing contest she could find, from school fairs to barangay competitions and small-town events. Sometimes she won, but many times she lost. Each rejection hurt, yet she refused to let disappointment silence her voice. The stage, no matter how small, always felt like home to her. Money was often tight, and her family couldn't always afford the things she needed to pursue music, but Yeng learned to make the most of what she had. She practiced endlessly, writing songs inspired by her experiences, her dreams, struggles, and faith. Music became her refuge during moments of doubt and pain. Whenever she felt like giving up, she reminded herself why she started singing in the first place, because it made her feel alive. There were days when she would look out the window, wondering if a simple girl like her could ever make it in the music industry. But deep inside, a quiet determination pushed her forward. She believed that talent and hard work could break barriers. Even when no one seemed to notice, she continued to write and sing with all her heart. Her voice wasn't just for fame, it was her truth, her identity. As she often said, "If nobody listens, I'll still sing, because this is who I am." In 2006, Yeng Constantino's life changed forever when she auditioned for Pinoy Dream Academy, a popular reality singing competition on Philippine television. At just 18 years old, she walked into the studio nervous but determined, carrying with her not just her voice, but years of dreams, struggles, and hope. Among hundreds of contestants, Yeng stood out, not just because of her powerful voice, but because of the sincerity in her songs and the raw emotion she poured into every performance. Week after week, she gave everything she had on stage. The audience began to connect with her authenticity, a young woman who sang about real feelings and real stories. One of her most memorable moments came when she performed her own composition, Hawak Kame. The song, written for her friends who supported her through difficult times, touched the hearts of millions across the country. It became a symbol of friendship, hope, and perseverance. As the finale night arrived, Yeng stood under the bright lights, trembling with emotion. When her name was announced as the Grand Star Dreamer, tears filled her eyes. It was more than just a victory, it was the fulfillment of a childhood dream that began in a small home in Rizal. She realized that every hardship, every failure, and every sleepless night had led her to that very moment. In her own words, "That night, I wasn't just singing for myself, I was singing for every dreamer who refused to give up." After winning Pinoy Dream Academy, Yeng Constantino's career took off like a rocket. She stepped into recording studios for the first time, working on songs that would soon become national hits. Her debut album, Salamat, was filled with tracks that reflected her heart and soul, songs like Hawak Kame, Salamat, and later, Jeepney Love Story, and Ikaw. Her music connected deeply with people because it was honest, relatable, and full of emotion. Yeng wasn't just singing, she was telling stories that mirrored the lives of her listeners. Her concerts were packed, her songs dominated the airwaves, and she became one of the most influential singer-songwriters in the Philippines. Yet despite the fame and success, Yeng remained humble and grounded. She never forgot where she came from, the little girl from Rodriguez, Rizal, who dreamed of singing for the world. Her faith kept her steady through the chaos of fame, and her love for songwriting reminded her why she started in the first place. Whenever interviewers asked her how she stayed true to herself, Yeng would smile and say, "Because I know what it's like to have nothing but a dream." She understood that fame was fleeting, but purpose was eternal. With every song she wrote, Yeng continued to inspire a new generation of dreamers, proving that passion, humility, and perseverance could turn even the smallest voice into a national anthem of hope. Years after her rise to fame, Yeng Constantino's life evolved beautifully, but her heart stayed true to her roots. She found love and got married, stepping into a new chapter filled with peace and purpose. Yet, even as life slowed down, her passion for music never faded. She continued to write songs, not just about love and happiness, but about faith, growth, and finding beauty in imperfections. Her lyrics matured, reflecting the wisdom she gained through years of triumphs and trials. At home, Yeng often sat with her guitar, surrounded by a calm and comforting atmosphere. Sometimes, she would look through her old notebooks, the same ones she used as a child, filled with her earliest songs and dreams. Smiling softly, she realized that her journey had come full circle. What started as a dream in a small house in Rizal had grown into a lifelong mission to inspire others. Today, Yeng uses her voice not only to entertain but to encourage. She shares her faith openly, reminding others that music can heal, guide, and bring people closer to God. Her story is one of resilience, proof that even in a world full of noise, staying authentic can lead you to your true purpose. As Yeng once beautifully said, "I may have changed stages, but my song is still the same, a song of hope, love, and faith."